I'm Karina, back again, with this bariatric journey that I'm on. And I wanted to go over what happened with my latest appointment with my nutritionist, dietitian. She's a dietitian. I believe, again, I should look this stuff up, but I believe that a dietitian has more certifications, and a nutritionist is somebody who can just say, hey, I'm a nutritionist. Or it might be backward. Anyway, my appointment with her was really long. It was well over half an hour, almost an hour long. She admitted that she is afraid, like she is actually afraid of giving me advice and triggering eating disordered behavior. And I appreciate that she's paying attention to that and thinking about that. I also don't think that's going to be an issue because my eating disorders are all about control. And so, yeah, and also I have like documented evidence that, like, for instance, if I got sick with a flu or something like that, it did not trigger a bulimic episode. It's usually, it's more than usually, it's always something outside and external to a diet or anything else like that that triggers it. But it's usually when I want to lose weight, it's because there's some sort of pressure in the world that I'm like, okay, well, I can control this. Can't control anything else. I can control this. Anyway, so there was that, and here's what she came up with. I should avoid fast food. That's one of the things I know I do. It's like I'll go, because I live by myself, is if I buy food, it's like somebody's done something for me. Where I have to do everything for myself. I should have intentional snacks and not graze. So I should have larger snacks less often. And I should have a specific meal instead of having a bunch of snacks. I should always have a protein with either vegetable or some fruit, because what had happened was when she put me on the 60 grams of protein a day, I realized that I was eating a lot of like sandwich type things. So it became protein plus carbs. And I was actually eating less fruits and vegetables. So that is the next thing I need to work on. Which she actually gave me a handout about that with a list of sort of higher protein snack possibilities and a list of fruits and vegetables I could pair with them. And the other thing that we talked about, which was actually, I thought, really helpful, was she wondered if I'd gone back to the gym yet, if I'd done intentional exercise. I have a fairly physical job, but I used to have exercise bulimia. I was going all the time. What exercise bulimia is I've eaten. I need to exercise off those calories that I've eaten. It was awful. Anyway, but I've also used exercise as sort of a mentally positive thing. Like I challenged myself to do a half marathon, and the reason I took like 3-4 years, the reason I finally did it was because I had a really stressful situation going on, and I could go for a run and not have my phone and not be like findable. So I could have a break. I'd go for an 40-minute, hour-long run because I'm really slow, and because I'm overweight, and I would get a break. I wouldn't have to worry about who's going to call me and what situation am I gonna have to stick at, put out? Anyway, her suggestion was basically, I'm like, why didn't I think of this? Was to break the pattern that I had always done before. What I'd always done before was a certain type of weightlifting exercise, which is what is very highly recommended. I think it's actually required to do weightlifting, like before, during, and after the surgery, because it just helps your metabolism. And so I would do weightlifting and then I would do cardio after. And she suggested to flip it. She said, why don't you go in and do, like, say 15 minutes on an elliptical? Don't do a half an hour. Don't do an hour. Don't do these extreme crazy amounts. And then after that, do some lightweight stuff. And don't push it so hard. And don't, put my rules in place and all that. And I was like, that's a really, really good idea. So I'm going to try that and see if I can do it. Then I go to look at my schedule and try to figure out when I can schedule it. But I also have a lot of things this month, in the month of May, that are sort of coming to fruition and finishing, and like big stressors that are going to be off my back. I'm sure there'll be new ones that pop up, but it's like this is the end game for like 3 major things happening on May 31st. All of them, all together. But that's great because as of June 1st, I'll be free. And I can start focusing more on myself. And yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, this was a really good meeting. It's funny, it's like I'm doing more of the therapy stuff with a nutritionist than I am with a therapist. And we get along a lot better. And I don't know. I can't explain that. But anyway, it was really good. Those are the new things I'm supposed to be doing until my next appointment, which is about a month. And see how I do that. And again, the point is not to try to lose weight, although I am losing weight a little bit at a time. The point is to set up sort of eating habits and like an eating lifestyle. So it's not a diet, it's just the way I eat, so that when I have the surgery and then I go past the surgery and start eating again, I'll be prepped and used to eating, healthy and nutrient packed foods. And so that, I won't waste the small amount of volume I have to eat on things that are not going to fuel my body. And I just have to spend about 6 months, maybe less. Who knows? Because they never give you a timeline, and I'm definitely not approved yet. Yeah. So maybe less. Who knows? First I heard September, then I heard November, then I heard December. I think it's random. I think it's when suddenly somebody has an opening and I've checked off their boxes, which I mostly have so far, but who knows? Anyway, I have to be used to eating this way so that after the surgery, I can continue to eat this way, and it won't be, it's going to be a shock to the system already, and a shock to not be able to, not at all, not physically be able to eat anywhere near as much as I have before. So if I'm eating the correct things and that's what I'm going to reach for, then it won't be like double shock of also, oh, by the way, yeah, you can't eat X, Y, and Z. You got to eat this other completely different foreign food, and yeah, and it's like suddenly landing on a new planet. It's not going to be that bad. So I'm going to be like that because of what I'm going through with the nutritionist. So anyway.